I started speaking about a relationship with Allah, but obviously for us to be able to relate to God in a real embodied way, we need to be able to relate to ourselves. That's the first step, and really connect with who we are. And sometimes there is a time where people are so, there's so much going on for them, they almost have to put their relationship with God to the side to really figure themselves out first before they can then have a relationship with God. And so I will have clients that come to me, for example, and saying, what's your goal from therapy? And it says, I want to be praying. I'm struggling with my prayers and I don't know why I'm not praying. And they want protocols about how I can get my prayers in. But we almost have to put that to the side and we say, what's going on first? You're not going to get your prayers in order because in the end, they become such a duty for you and an imposition upon you that, and your life has this is my analogy, I'm just giving a generalization, is that I often think in my head, your whole life it's about doing duties for others and impositions that you ended up not intentionally projecting that in your relationship with Allah, and it's got to such a stage in your life now that you just can't take it anymore. And you just, even if you're trying to force yourself into a routine of prayer, you can't do it. There's something that's almost blocking you from doing it. And so it's about how do we turn away from, of course there's duties and impositions in life, that's a fact. But when that becomes our default, we will start react to that. There's no doubt about it. So we have to then learn about how can I connect in a way that's relational, it's almost coming forth from me rather than upon me. And Ramadan can become that. It can become a whole month of impositions, and then we wonder why we can't almost keep up with it, because eventually it just says, no, not doing that. And then there's you screaming with your head at it down, come on! And our bodies are like animals, they're not machines. We can't operate them. We don't press on and it starts to come on board. That might work for a short time with a bit of willpower, but willpower eventually runs out. It's like rowing a boat. Eventually, your arms are going to give. And at some point, yes, we do need to row a little bit at the beginning sometimes to get a bit of momentum, but at some point we're going to have to put our sail up and get some wind behind us. And if that's not working, we're going to have to explore why is that not working. And it's not as simple of, well, I'm just a lazy toe rag, and I'm just useless, and that's why I'm not doing it. It's never that. It's never usually that's not usually the answer. Guilt and shame are not the greatest of motivators I've experienced in life.